This is Mustang Postgame.
Final score from Nashville, Tennessee. SMU with the victory today over Winthrop, 84-61. The Mustangs end a 5-game losing streak, and they do it in big fashion today. It was a tight game in the first half of play with lots of lead changes. In fact, there were 8 lead changes. It was tied 7 times. The Mustangs had the lead at the end of the first half, 35-32, and they opened the third quarter of play with an 8-0 run to take an 11-point lead. They led, I think, by as many as 24 in this ball game and win it today, 84-61, a 23-point victory for the SMU Mustangs. It was great all the way around for the SMU Mustangs, as we're joined here courtside by the head coach of the SMU Mustangs. She'll put on the headset, and we'll get a chance to visit with the head coach, Adia Barnes. And boy, winning feels great.
It does feel good. I forgot what that feels like for a while. It's been a struggle the last few weeks, but it's not even about winning and losing every time. It's the way we play, and we are getting it, and we're better. We hit shots today, but we didn't take so many bad shots, so we're sharing the ball. They're applying stuff we talk about on film, and we did that today. We hadn't done that. I don't know how many times in the last 5 games that Ty has had wide open shots, or Kyla. We all take contested shots, but today we drove the ball, attracted the defense, and drove, passed it out to shooters wide open. We weren't doing that before. We were taking tough shots. So I'm just proud of how they responded. I mean, losing 4 straight is a lot. I don't even know the time in my career we've ever lost 4 straight in my life as a player or a coach.
I was watching today, and there was one example, I think, that summed up how this ball game was, and it was Miriam Abizam, who got the ball in the lane, and it was a situation where she was not going to be able to make the shot.
Yeah.
But today, instead of trying to make that shot that didn't have a chance, passed the ball back out. And that seemed to be, to me, exactly what the team was about today.
Yes.
Is they were thinking basketball.
Well, they were, and they were thinking about playing for each other. Like, a lot of times they drove and they were pushed under the basket, and they were looking for the drifter. Other times, Ty had great drives to the middle. She was looking for 3-point shooters. We weren't doing that before. We were kind of looking for ourselves, and it wasn't a selfish thing. It was a I want to help us win thing, and it wasn't working. So we had to talk about it. We showed a lot of film yesterday, but now they're applying it, and we just needed the monkey off our back. Everybody's they lost these mid-major, blah, 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 whatever. But now I think that this is the way we now see we're capable of playing. I think we're going to get a lot of confidence, and I think we're going to be able to transfer that, because now we have a home stretch. We barely travel in December. We're home for pretty much the whole month. So I think we've had our lessons. We've taken our punches. We've gotten our asses kicked a few times. So we see we can play good. We played like this yesterday, we would have won. So I think for us, it's just being able to hit shots. And I challenged them. I said, hey, it's not paid to play right now, but you have to perform. You are here for a reason. Like, if you're a shooter, you need to go hit shots. And if not, you need to go take 1,000. If you're a rebounder, you need to go rebound. So I said, you got to do your job. I'm a coach. I'm paid to win. Like, I don't have a job if I don't. So you have to take individual accountability and responsibility, too. And I think that they stepped up and rose to the challenge, because we needed this. 10
steals today for the Mustangs. 4 block shots, forced 22 turnovers, only 14 turnovers for the Mustangs, so you're +8.
Got to free throw line 19 times. That's the first time, I think, since we've been coaching here.
And I couldn't believe this when I saw this. No fouls in the third quarter.
Yeah, which is a shock. We talked about that, too. I said we cannot put teams in bonuses. Yesterday, we put the team in a bonus. And this is, another thing why I'm happy and that we're capable. We're on a back-to-back. 3 of our players had extremely high lows. They ran 5 miles yesterday. And to come here and perform, it wasn't Kyla's legs were a little bit dead in the game, you could tell. But for them to come out and play the way they did, that's a mental thing. Because you're able to do that on the back of a back-to-back. And we were more efficient, so we shot worse yesterday. Today, they were just as aggressive, just as good defensively as yesterday, and we shot 55%. So that is the quality of shot and the offense that we're running. So those are controllable. So that's the things I have to show to the players to teach them.
How big of a confidence booster is this win going to be down? I know you've already talked about it a little bit, but how big is this going to be down the stretch?
It's big, and it's not about who it was. It's on the road. It's the second of a back-to-back. We played much better. It's big for our confidence and morale of the team, because when you lose and you lose 3, 4, 5 straight, you can easily turn it into 8. because you don't know how to win yet. Your stuff's not working, and people start saying, "Oh, I need to shoot, or I need to play more, this and that," and it becomes super selfish. That's just how players are. And so when you win, and then we play well, and our offense is better, and people are all scoring and hitting shots, it's a huge confidence booster, and we're going home. So we're about to have a home stretch of easier games, not easier games, some tougher games, but at home where we're comfortable. So we've already had the tough stuff out of the way till the ACC. And so I think it's a good situation for us. I think we're just going to get better from here.
You know, we were been talking about Ty Skinner a little bit, you know, trying to get her going, and today 27 points and 5 3-pointers today, both season highs, not career highs, but season highs.
And better defense today. Like, we're challenging her, we're making her work. Some of the players that we have here, they've never played offense and defense. So we are challenging her. We're having her play a lot of defense and do things, and she's stepping up to challenge, and she did a great job today, and she ran the team really well. And I love our bench today, our energy. That was the stuff I challenged and showed them, because it's not all about you scoring. It's about being a great teammate, cheering when you're out. How are you acting? When things aren't going well, you're not scoring. How are you acting? So but they responded. So I'm proud of them for that.
They were very noisy today. That was great.
That's the best we've been.
I think they may have saw St. Louis yesterday and all the noise that they were making.
We talked about that, and I showed that on film.
Yeah.
So but players have to see stuff to believe it and understand. But they were able to do it, and that was contagious today. And it's also easier when you're hitting shots.
One other thing about this ball game today, you come out of the third quarter with an 8-0 run, and you kept your foot on the gas the rest of the way. That, I think, is huge, that you had that mentality for the rest of the game to say, that's not enough. We need to add to that lead.
Yeah, well, that's huge, too, because we've had multiple games, the 3 games that we've lost, or the 4 games in a row we've had leads, and we haven't been able to sustain them. And after we get the lead, we start jacking up shots. We did that for a couple minutes, but then we had some good defensive stops. We were overall better in help side today. We were better on the boards, and we played a lot more discipline. But the times we didn't, like the missed layups led to transition baskets. So we're learning we have to convert, and we have to be able to make shots inside. And we finished way better. Zara went off 2 feet. Nay was finishing better. Miriam and Grace, and Ty made her layups. Yesterday we were bricking layups all day long. So we have to understand all those things are correlated. Good offense leads to good transition defense. Bad offense, quick shots, turnovers, missed layups lead to transition buckets. So I think we're learning, and now we can show film and say, hey, this works. And then they trust that it works, and they see it. So I think it's a huge confidence booster.
And you've got Southern Miss coming in Monday night.
And they're good.
Really good out of the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one today. It was a fun one today, and we needed that.
We did need that. And then to go home and play some good teams at home, I think we needed it at the right time, because we've lost some games that we frankly shouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
So then that's the reality. I'm like, I know that. So I'm very well aware of that. So it's my job to try to find different ways to extract this out of them. Now it's my job to show them, get us better, and show them this is how we need to play. Because this is the expectation, and it's going to be hard. Teams are going to be bigger, longer, but then we see we're capable. So this is a good thing for our morale and our mentality.
Coach, congratulations on the win, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
That is the head coach of the SMU Mustangs, Adia Barnes. We're back in a moment. This is SMU basketball from Learfield.